Good morning, Patrick here, back in the office again today, and just wanted to jump on and talk about three different benefits that people will often find coming into the office that are unexpected changes with chiropractic care. So that's three unexpected changes to do with chiropractic care. Now, most people obviously attending our office will come in because they know someone else who has had a problem, they've had a neck problem, shoulder problem, knee problem, back problem, whatever it is. They normally know someone who has come into the office and they have improved. So they'll normally follow the advice. So generally, as a rule of thumb, most people are coming in with a specific problem, expecting a specific thing to be fixed. And so here are three of the benefits that sometimes people get that they maybe don't expect. Three benefits that people get that they don't expect. Now, when we start obviously managing the body and the way that the body works, the body comes into what we call a state of ease. Now, essentially, that basically means is the body is under less physical stress. Now, when the body is under less physical stress, many other areas of our body can start to improve. So, say, for example, if someone has got back pain, most of the time that person will show obvious changes either in their posture, their movement, their physicalities, etc. So they may be not exercising as well, they may be not moving as well, and their posture is starting to put pressure on certain areas in their body. Now, if that, God forbid, is a nerve that's going to an organ, or if our posture is bad enough that it compresses the organs itself, what we can actually start to see is people with systemic problems can start to see benefits from chiropractic care. So say, for example, someone that slouches a lot may find it quite difficult to breathe. So they may struggle with something like chest expansion, or slightly different, they may suffer with things like hiatus hernias or indigestion because there's an increase of pressure in the abdominal cavity. Now, if there's an increase in pressure on those tissues or organs, the likelihood is they're not going to work as well. Now, as a chiropractor, we start to move and remove some of these disturbances. This is number one. We can start to see changes in people's systemic problems. Now, ironically, there was a study done where asthmatics were tested against chiropractic. They used the word manipulation in the study. I don't like the word, but they used the word manipulation in the study. So chiropractic manipulation versus spinal mobilization. And what we basically found is that both of these techniques actually improved lung function. But because there was no significant difference, we cannot say that chiropractic works. So the irony of the situation is if we mobilize the thorax, we can actually start to see improvements in people's lung function. But that does not constitute it just being chiropractic. It's actually just a case of if we can get your ribs moving, then we'll have your lungs working better. So number one, people can start to see systemic benefits. Number two, now when the body is in a rest and recovery zone, people tend to see improved levels of sleep, and therefore they tend to find that they get increased levels in their energy. So people will tend to find that they're more energetic, they're sleeping better, they feel better throughout the day, and therefore their body starts to recover faster. And the main reason being for this is that their joints and the muscles are not under so much stress, so your body is not having to use all the energy to support those things. It can actually now start to use the energy to support rest and recovery and actually make you feel a little bit better and make your body more efficient. Just think of it a little bit like a car. If you put 1,000 bottles of water in the back of your car, you know your car is going to drive more sluggish and it's also going to use more fuel. So by actually changing that and changing the constitution of the car, then you can actually start to make it much, much, much more efficient. Number three, people tend to see us for a specific problem, as I said earlier. So either a back problem, headache, shoulder, knees, ankles, whatever. But the reality of it is that many people will have other things going on that they won't tell their chiropractors about. So there are tons of patients that I've seen that have had back problems. And when it gets to their progress report in 6 weeks' time, they'll put on the form oh, my back's got better, my knees got better, my ankles got better, my shoulders got better, my elbows got better, and we've not even treated any of the other things. We've literally just been managing them for the dysfunction in the lower back, because that's all they made me aware of when they came in for their initial consultation. And all of a sudden, there's all of these other things on their form saying, this is improved, this is improved, this is improved, this is improved. And so we get surprise benefits. So say, for example, again, if someone's got a low back problem and they're leaning all of their weight towards the right hand hip, yes, the low back is going to hurt by putting all the weight onto the low back on the right hand side, but so is the hip, knee and ankle on that side as well. So a lot of the time when we actually start creating balance through the muscles and the pelvis and the lower back, we can actually start to see balance start to be created in the lower limbs as well. And so issues with, say, for example, stuff like the knees, especially because the knees are a very stable joint. And if they become destabilized, then they can have some huge impacts in the way that people move and some of the dysfunctions that they might have. So I just wanted to jump on and just give you guys a few benefits away from chiropractic. So there are really three main benefits that I see on a regular basis. Improved systemic changes, and that could be anything. Sometimes it's heart, sometimes it's lungs, sometimes it's digestion. And even though these are not directly advertised as being things that chiropractors treat, a lot of the time chiropractors can give really good advice on how to control your blood pressure, your digestion, your food intake, what types of things, managing your weight, improving your cholesterol naturally so that you don't have to take long-term medications. Number two, we can also see improved levels of energy and sleep. And then number three, we can start to see benefits in injuries that potentially were not expected. These are three things that I love seeing. So if you had any unexpected changes in chiropractic care, obviously please share them in the comments below. If you know someone that might benefit from understanding some of these things, maybe someone is struggling with a lot of different issues and doesn't know where to go, then obviously we would love to help those people. Until tomorrow, guys, I will speak to you soon.